What's going on, Neal?
Not too much. How are you?
I feel like I need to reintroduce myself. It's been a little while since our last recording.
It has. Glad to be back. It's summer. You know, work is crazy. Pools,
Time,
vacations.
life, it gets past us. But I'm really excited about this episode. A good friend of mine is with us. And let's get it rolling.
Let's do it.
Recorded live from Louisville, it's Talk About Town, the Louisville podcast. And now, your hosts, Neal Cox and Chad Hennessy.
Hey, Ron White here. I'm nowhere to be found. You're listening to Talk About Town, like I give a...
All right. We're here with Lindsay Gaddie.
Hello.
Otherwise known as
Miss J-Town.
Oh, goodness.
Now, both of us, full disclosure, we know Lindsay in different capacities. I know her kind of as assistant vice president of Republic Bank. She does commercial
We've
lending.
done loans and we've done things together.
We
Yep,
have.
Yep.
I have some accounts with her, so full disclosure there.
Yeah.
And, of course, I've known Lindsay for about 14 or 15 years.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time at baseball parks together and some business interaction and networking interaction and just J-Town.
Yeah, I think you were Cole's first baseball coach, the Reds, I believe.
We were the Reds.
Yeah.
That's right. Shout out to the Brett and Lori Borland for putting this all together.
That's right. That's right.
So, now, this is not the here's everything going on in the banking industry podcast.
Yes, no.
Everyone would love that. We'd love to tell you when mortgage rates are going to be 4.5 again. We'd love to tell you which banks are stable and all that in the entire industry. Go look elsewhere.
Yes, and I think that's all been talked about and will be continued to be talked about. And yeah, I don't think people need to hear it.
And this is a Louisville podcast, so I'd rather talk about things in Louisville, going on with Louisville.
Yes.
If you want to talk lending, we'll put you in contact with Lindsay, and you can talk specific. 'Cause it's hard to talk about rates and such. There's so many variables. You can't say it's this.
They're subject to change all the time. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and Lindsay, just to play off that too, really with every episode that we've ever cut, I don't get into deductible structure and liability limits and insurance conversation,
Right.
nor does Neal really talk about what's going on in the real estate market. It's just mainly,
crazy.
let's talk about town.
Yeah.
And specifically, I think what we're going to spend a lot of time with is what's going on in Jeffersontown, good old J-Town.
Yes. Where, I work, live, and play. And it is a great community. So I would love to answer any questions and talk.
And as you said, the biggest city in Jefferson County.
It is.
Now, Louisville and Jefferson County are synonymous, but we have this silly home rule class city structure within the county city
Yes.
that allows these little cities within a city.
Yeah.
They have mayors, they have city councils.
There's actually, from what I remember, there's 5 cities between Billtown Road and Shelbyville Road.
That's crazy.
That
5
makes
different
sense.
cities, yeah. And I think when mayor, and before the new mayor that we just got, Miss Mayor Carol Pike, who's amazing, Mayor Deeriff used to call J-Town the capital of Jefferson County. So,
I like that.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense. It really
Yeah.
does. Well, it is so funny, though. If you get out just in Kentucky, especially like when I went to Western Kentucky, I'd say, hey, where are you from? They wouldn't say the city. They would tell you what county they're from.
Or like high school. Like, where'd you go to school? It was never college.
No, it was-
it's always high school.
Yeah.
Correct. But I'm from Muhlenberg County, or I'm from Jasmine County, or whatever it is. But here it is, well, I don't tell people I'm from Jefferson County. I was like, well, I'm from Louisville.
Yeah.
And then you say J-Town, Fern
Yes.
Creek,
Yes.
Middletown.
That's correct. You're right. You're right.
People that live in like Shepherdsville, when they go off somewhere, they say Louisville too. It's like
They
just
do.
Louisville.
They
Just
do.
forget it.
Because
did.
people, not everybody's going to really know where that
Exactly.
is. Yeah.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, though. I mean, just a little bit about your background, what's going on with you, and then we'll dive into some more pointed topics that we were going to talk about.
All right. Sounds good. Well, let's see. We already mentioned I work at Republic Bank. I started there and was actually hired on my birthday, August 21st, 2004. So, wow, 19 years.
19
wow.
years, yep.
Yes, it's crazy. Almost 19 years. That also happened to be 6 months. My oldest son, who's 19, was 6 months old when I started there. So I've just, worked from part-time teller, then I went full-time, then I, went into personal banking, lending, and now I'm in my current role, which I've been for about 9 or 10 years. So the cool thing is, though, and I don't think, as far as I know, I was told that I was the only person that has ever stayed at one branch for as long as I have. Usually when you move up in a company, you kind of just move around. Well, I've gotten and been lucky to stay at J-Town. So I've been there almost 16 years. So, why they call me Miss J-Town, I think it's because I pretty much, am so involved, and I've been there for so long. I mean, my clients are my family, my business clients. I mean, I feel like I've been a part of their growth and their success, things like that. So so I've been there that long. I have 2 wonderful sons. I have one that is in college, and then I have a 2.5-year-old. COVID baby. But they're in my life. And and then I have a dog, Shih Tzu, 11 and a half, mean old thing. But
I like my dogs more than my kids. Full disclosure.
I don't know. Mine is mean, so.
Ours are old. They're starting to.
I know. And they get meaner the older that they
set in
get.
their ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
She's very protective of me. So, but that's pretty much me. Also, I served my 7-year term on this City of J-Town's Chamber of Commerce. That was just up this past January, so I'm taking a year off, but still very heavily involved, obviously, in the city, and I do a lot of things, going ribbon cuttings and doing different things. So, yep, they're not going to be able to keep me away for too long, so.
I'm going to do a little brag on J-Town as well. We were just talking a second ago. I actually live just on the outskirts, but I am in J-Town. I'm in Saratoga Woods. Mm-hmm. And friends that will say, hey, let's get together on a Friday night, Saturday night, whatever it is. And so let's come down to downtown J-Town Square, whatever. Mm-hmm. There is a ton to do. In the last 10, 3, 5, 8, whatever it's been, I mean, there is a multitude of adult establishments, great restaurants, yes. All local. Which more is a coming. Plug, and more coming. It's really the entertainment hub. You can tell that a lot of people are coming in from all over Louisville, filtering to J-Town. A lot of money is coming in.
Yes.
It's
like
it's
a
exciting.
mini Frankfurt Avenue, and that's what they kind of wanted, that concept a little bit. We need a little more stores, a little more boutiques, things like that. But I think between what you said, the Parlor just coming in, which is huge. It's their 4th franchise that they've opened. J-Town Beach, which is a volleyball sports complex.
Which my oldest kid, he'd be like 17 going and playing there, and it was like really cool. It's like this is
family friendly.
This is a family friendly.
Kids
good
go
place.
there, play in the sand.
It's super cool.
And I bet a lot of people don't know this. They just opened a wine bar next door.
I haven't checked it out yet.
It's very cool. I was at the soft opening, and it is absolutely needed. They've actually got wine taps. Like, you go into a bar, they have beer taps. They've got wine ones. So
nice.
They've done a very good job. So we don't have something like that. And then you have Third Turn, which is a brewery. Mm-hmm. They're amazing.
And they have a bourbon bar.
Yeah.
Feast. Gotta say Feast.
Feast is great.
Feast is awesome.
And FDKY, which is local as well, which cater to our first responders, which if anybody knows me, they know that is my passion. But yeah, it's growing. It's great.
Taco Luchador just opened up another location.
Well, I think they just moved.
They moved.
Yeah.
But they moved closer, of course, and right in front of Rec Bar.
Yeah. Yeah. So excited about that. I mean, there's so much. It's even really hard to.
One of my wife's favorite, and I always butcher the name, but the Spanish place that's right there, going down.
Across from the police department?
What's it called? Oh, my God. I just put us on the spot.
Well, and it was, oh, no. Yeah, I don't remember.
It's true Spanish food, and it just opened
She's
up.
from Spain.
Like paella?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It opened up during COVID, but she's made it through. It is a great spot. And I'm in here. I got to open my phone real quick and look it up.
Yeah, she deserves that plug because, we thought that she was leaving, and then all of a sudden she ended up staying, and it's gotten even, it's changed and gotten bigger or better or something from what I hear. So
it's a Barcelona Bistro.
Barcelona Bistro.
Nice.
That's right.
We've been
Barcelona
about 3 or 4
Bistro.
times, both just as a date night, but with multiple couples.
Yes.
It's really cool. It's a cool setting.
Yes.
Nice.
It really is. Yeah, we got a lot going on. And then we're getting more stuff. We actually are getting an amphitheater, which if you've been to Iroquois Amphitheater, that is geared towards like concerts.
Is it a similar size as that?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, very. But the difference is instead of having seating, we chose, I say we, they chose to do like a lawn park where people can bring seats. And the reason is because it's not just going to be for concerts.
Right.
They also want to bring in big plays, not little ones, but just, Shakespeare at the park, just big plays, concerts, just tons of stuff. I mean, they have so many ideas. There's people already reaching out from all over to have their events there. So that's going to be huge. That's supposed to open, I don't know. That's something maybe you can get online and look at cityofjtown.com.
I mean, everybody that's from J-Town, do you know where the amphitheater is going to be, Neal?
No.
Well, this is where people, the
I would
relation
guess it
would be.
by,
The poop field.
Memorial Park.
The Stinky Field.
The Stinky
Oh,
Field.
okay.
The Stinky Field.
Because the MSD plant, the
Yeah.
MSD used to be there.
Yeah.
And we would play ball, right, Chad? We would play ball right across at that little lone field that was part of Skyview Park. And every time we were like, looked at the schedule and it was like field 5. I think it was field 5. We were like, oh man, dead of summer. You have the MSD
Oh,
sewage
gosh.
plant, and you're like, you gotta be kidding me.
In all, transparency, it does not stink. It is not. But so my
Well, it did.
It did.
Not anymore.
My 8-year-old plays for the J-Town Strike 8U team. Go baseball.
Yeah.
And so their practices, like on the team snap, it's on there. 6:00 Tuesday night, Stinky Field.
That's what it says now. That's
That's
hilarious.
But there's going to be this amphitheater, which before we got the podcast starting, I was asking Lindsay, I have some specific questions. Is it going to be, not to rival, but a similarity to Iroquois? Is that kind of what the
Yeah,
goal
I mean,
is?
I'm not obviously part of this project, nor am I part of the city of J-Town, but just from being on the chamber and being out with the folks that did get this project together, from what I was told, absolutely. I mean, there's going to be, like I just went to Gary Clark Jr. at Iroquois Amphitheater. I mean, people like that.
Awesome.
This is going to be an amazing venue, and it's going to bring even more people and put more of J-Town on the map, than we were before. And then on top of that, if you don't mind me going into the other two big things, that are happening, is there's Station for our J-Town Fire Department, which is
Very exciting.
the best fire department to me. But it is, the Station 4 is being built, which is going to help the future of our residents, not just of J-Town, but also going the other direction, because we're going to need, obviously, their footprint's rather large. And over time, it's going to grow even more out towards Taylorsville in certain areas. And they're going to need the response time to be a lot better, at some point. Right now, we're good, but at some point, they're going to need that. And then also the police department. The police department right across from Barcelona Bistro. That is exciting for the city of J-Town.
It's going to be multiple stories, it looks like, how they're
It's
building
going
up.
to be 2 stories,
Yeah.
and people are asking, well, like, what's going on? Why is, it's being built next door? And, I was at the groundbreaking. This is something that's long overdue. Our police department, I love all first responders, but J-Town, obviously holds a special place in my heart. And those officers and the dispatchers, the clerks, the majors, everybody, deserves. That place was a skating rink. Yeah. It's not ventilated well. They need a new place. They deserve to have that new place. And that was so exciting to get that done. And they say it should be done, hopefully early next year.
Do you have any clue what they're going to do at the current station?
Yeah. That's going to be the parking lot.
Oh,
so so they're going to stay in the current one until that one's done. And they kind of had to do it that way because where are they going to go?
Yeah, it makes
right?
sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So that'll be the parking lot. Yeah.
Nice.
Unless anything's changed, but yeah.
Well, that's fun. You made a comment, and we went to dinner not too long ago at Parlor that moved into the old
Yeah.
Chubby Ray's. Chubby Ray had a wonderful run.
Oh,
I
he
mean,
did.
a
Absolutely. Yes.
20-year run, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And it was excellent. The food is great. What they've done it's a really great place to go watch a ball game. The interior is really cool.
The patio.
Patio
Yes.
is stepped up. And of course, they have a model that they've brought to J-Town. So it's cool. Pizza's
I'll have
really
to check
good
it
too.
out.
Yeah. But a lot of really neat place. I mean, there's other places coming in right now, like little stores that are opening up. So, people need to come out and visit J-Town.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have an event too you're working on right now that I think we should kind of promote and discuss.
Well,
too.
thank you. Yeah. So one of the things that I love and why I've been at Republic Bank for so long is not only that I love my job, like very, very much. Like I love my job. I wake up every day excited about going in. But, the Triggers who founded our bank, their biggest thing that has not changed in 50 years, okay, is their philanthropy in this city, okay, or any market we're in for that matter. But most importantly, the city. You know, I always tell clients, wouldn't you like to put your money into a bank that puts your money right back out into the city that you live? You know, and that's the one thing that Republic does very well. I mean, you see the Traeger name everywhere. You see Republic Bank at all the festivals and the different things around the city. And so I love to be able to do that for my nonprofits. You know, Republic gives me that ability. One of the nonprofits, 501c3 foundation that I'm on, is called the Bill Young Memorial Foundation. And Chad knew Bill, but Bill was our city council member. He was also, you know, just an amazing human being. I mean, he loved children. He loved coaching children. He loved helping.
I would have called him Mr. J-Town, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but people did. You're absolutely right. Or King of, or something. He did have a nickname. And unfortunately, unexpectedly, he passed away in 2020. Yeah. And it was, like I said, unexpected. But his wife, months later, decided, you know, I want to keep his legacy alive because he loved this city, J-Town, like really more than anybody. And he was so excited to finally be back or be on city council and be able to fight and be a voice for all the residents of the community. And not only that, but he would step up and come to anything and help anybody. And so she was like, well, let's do something to keep his legacy alive. And she was speaking to one of our other board members, and they came up with the idea of the Bill Young Memorial Foundation. So they handpicked the board members. I'm the treasurer. And, you know, we have our basic goal is to raise money to give back into the city of Jeffersontown, the city that he loved, and only Jeffersontown. And so what we've done is since our founding, we've given away $42,000 to places. I'm going to have to look at my paper just because we've done so much. But in the last 2.5 years, we've touched countless lives through our commitment to helping those in need. And we have helped with medical expenses. We provide Christmas gifts. What we do is we adopt families every Christmas. We give to JAM every quarter, which is Jeffersontown Area Ministries. We contribute to we did the police department, J-Town Police Department's back to school drive with Steve Fisher. We did like 150 backpacks. We filled them and everything and then dropped them off and did it, you know, and did that for him. So he was able to take children some backpacks and stuff that didn't have the ability to get that. The REACH program, which is part of J-Town Police, it is very, very near and dear to our foundation. They help different sectors of, you know, substance abuse, domestic violence, things like that. So we work with the domestic violence, like the children and the women or men that are put out on the street due to this unfortunate, you know, situation that they were put in. And so we have given money for hotels. We have given money for many things. You know, we help with them a lot. We've paid for children's school lunches at schools, or, you know, sports fees. We've actually given. We just gave Carruthers money for cheerleading uniforms. They've never had a cheerleading team. That's awesome. Ever.
That's great.
And Alex Graves, the new athletic director, he's doing a great job. And they really want to get the sports program built back up, and that's what they're trying to do. And so to get these kids, you know, in activities at school, and they're not just out running around, you know, that's something that's very important to us. Plus, it's our only middle school in J-Town, so that's huge to us. You know, we got to help our schools. So, I mean, there's just so much that we do. But this event, which is next weekend, we always have it on the weekend, the anniversary of his death. And it's at J-Town Beach. And we have a volleyball cornhole tournament all day long. It goes from 12 till night. Band plays at night. But 50% of the proceeds of the food and the drinks, the beach will give the foundation. We have a cornhole, like I said, tournament, volleyball. We can sign up online. You know, and play, and then also just come out and eat, but it'll be fun. And then we're also, I know it's just next weekend, but we're also going to do a golf scramble that we'll advertise here soon. That'll be in October.
Do you have the dates for that by any chance?
The golf scramble?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that locked in yet. I think it'll be at Charlie Vettner.
Awesome.
In J-Town. But it will be right after Gaslight. We don't want to hurt, You know,
Absolutely.
and yeah, because Gaslight is such a big, week here in J-Town. They have a golf scramble.
Well, especially once the dates for that, even in October, are finalized, let me know. We'll make sure we promote it on this.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jimbo Schaefer. Thanks. I mean, I think that's amazing that he let, that with the beach being so generous.
Well,
for this
Jimbo and the
foundation
other
as well.
partners.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 5 owners,
Yeah.
5 or 6. Yeah. So they're an amazing group of people that own this. They care about the community just as much, as I do. I mean, like they are very giving to so many different people and allowing, us to have our events there and giving back what they do. Parlor's going to do the same thing. Parlor's going to do a night in July, and it's going to be a Friday or Saturday, and some of the proceeds will be going to the foundation as well.
And I love the fact, too, that Bill's 3 children are extremely involved as well.
Very involved.
Nice.
And it's amazing how involved they are. Yeah, and it's like the one thing in my life, like I feel so honored to be a part of. I really, really do. They're a great family. Bill was one of my good friends. And yeah, so hopefully we can keep making the donuts. That was his tagline. Keep making the donuts for as long as possible.
Nice. We'll have in the description here all the links and various things to find.
Thank you
for all of this. For
Appreciate
sure.
that. Thank you.
Yeah, Bill was a good friend. He was a friend to everybody that knew
Yes,
him.
he was.
Nice.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Um,
Do you want to wrap up?
Yeah, Lindsay, we appreciate it, and J-Town's got so much excitement that it is coming. I'm proud to be a resident. Love to see the growth. I mean, it's funny how far, before we wrap up, like how far J-Town does extend too. Like Drake's in Taylorsville Road, that is J-Town, correct?
Outside of Stony Brook, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then going all the way to like Lowe's on that side of Hirschborn.
See, a lot of people don't. I mean, at least even me, being a lifelong Louisvillian, you don't really realize the scope. So, I mean, there's a lot going on, which is very exciting. And Lindsay, I really appreciate you coming in to promote.
Thank you all.
Not only yourself, but also just all the fun things that are going on.
Yeah.
And this studio is in J-Town.
That's right.
Oh, it is. It's in the Commerce Park, which again is the largest, and it's not industrial park. Okay,
Yep.
Mayor Deere changed that, and he like embedded in my head like if I ever said industrial park, it's Commerce Park. So it's the largest commerce park in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, we should encourage folks to like, subscribe, and share and all that. But otherwise, thanks for tuning in, and we'll be on hopefully not with not as much of a break this time.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate
Take care.
it.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. You can reach us at Neal@talkabouttown.com. Neal is a realtor with Judah Real Estate Group. Chad is a partner at Insura Max. You can reach him at chadh@insuramax.com. Check us out on the web at talkabouttownky.com. Go Cards!